Howdy Lab Partners, how's it going? And welcome to another hobby stream. Today is Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
And we are painting stuff for Day of the Dead, which is really fun. Let's start off, Meg, and show, Let's start off and show what it is we are working on.
Oh, good time to switch. She's facing forward.
So nice. This is our Lady Olynder, and we are using her to match, well, she's going to be obviously part of our Nighthaunt army that we've been working on here at the studio. You can see that she has got her base there. I worked on that today. There's going to be a tutorial coming out tomorrow showing how we do the moonlit cactus desert base that the Nighthaunt are on. And also, you can look at what I've done so far, which is pretty much just most of the airbrushing. So she's been airbrushed very white. And then using a lot of Soul Blight Gray is the next step that we have done. In the front, you can see the Dreadscythe Harridan that has been mostly finished, and is kind of the reference piece for the army. So today, Meg is going to be painting Lady O. One cool thing that we think she's going to do is this veil, right?
We think it'll be cool. Or we think it'll be a veil.
Doing some Dia de los Muertos stuff on her face.
Well, we kind of talked about this. I don't think... We'll see. It may not make sense because the veil's covering it, but I did want to have some of it like peeking through. Thank you for the hearts. I did want to have some peeking through the veil if I could make that happen.
Yeah. So Meg will be working on Lady O. Meanwhile, I will be working on her two attendants. Yeah. Which we will then connect to Lady O. They fly around, help her out. One is carrying an hourglass.
Time.
Made of grave sand.
Grave sand?
Yeah, grave sand is the...
Is it like Hand of Dust?
It's the realm stone from Shyish.
Oh. Did they throw it in their enemy's eyes?
I don't think so, but it does stuff for
That's
sure.
What I would do with
it
sand
is magical.
If I were on the battlefield.
The other one is carrying what appears to be a treasure box. I don't actually know what the issue with the treasure box is.
Maybe it's like a temptation.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's the lore here?
I don't actually know the lore behind the treasure box.
Okay.
To be honest with you.
Wow.
So that is the plan for today.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a beautiful model. We're really excited. Let's go back to it one more time. No. Don't touch it. I will say a couple things I did. So, I did not put Soul Blight Gray over her hair. I left her hair stark white. I wanted it to be just like very stark, very white. I wanted her veil and robes to have this gray that you can see that the Dreadscythe Harridan has as well. So Meg really has the rest of the options here of what she's going to be doing.
So I won't touch the hair is what you're saying.
The hair and the robes are pretty much done.
Okay.
The robes will need some highlighting.
Okay.
You could try highlighting the hair, or putting some contrast in the hair, but...
I'm painting it purple.
No, I don't want it purple for sure. I really like the monochromatic
I know you do.
Nature of this model. Great. Let's get into it.
I can take it now?
Yeah, thanks, Meg. Of course. Folks, just a reminder to consider liking, and if you're new to us and you're watching, or you dip in while you're watching this as a VOD, a video later on after we're live, please consider not only liking the video but subscribing. It does help us as a channel. And
send it to 5 of your friends and family and enemies so that they can like it too.
Also, as always, feel free to send in any comments, questions. We love reading them on air. Okay, great. I'm going to get started, meanwhile, on these two attendants. While Megan's doing that, I'll kind of readjust our camera here a little bit and show you guys the two attendants and what I'm going to be doing to them.
Okay.
They look almost...
they
look almost exactly like Dreadscythe Harridans, except that they are missing... the scythes, because they're not Dreadscythe Harridans. So they're missing the stabby things. I think I said it.
The stabby things.
The scythes.
That's the official term for that weapon. It's actually in the what is that called? The stat sheet.
Yeah.
It says stabby arms.
Stabby arms. That'd be pretty funny. So they're missing the stabby arms. Here they are. You can see them there. One with the sand hourglass, and the other with the book. But you can see that they look almost exactly like Dreadscythe Heritans. The other thing they're kind of missing, which is a bummer, is flowers in their hair. And I did think about green sculpting a couple and seeing if I could do that. I kind of ran out of time.
It's not too late.
I could add them. You're right. I could easily add flowers later.
Flowers are actually pretty easy to sculpt.
I think they would be, yeah.
Yeah, you just need like a bunch of petals and just
They'd be tiny, but I wouldn't have to make
it.
these exactly the same as...
If you're feeling up to it. Or, honestly, I'm sure that exists on Etsy.
Yeah. So, I think it's something I'm going to consider, because you can see, sorry, I'm going to show you one more time. The Dreadscythe Heridan we've completed with her flowers. It's actually kind of a big deal. I think it adds a lot to her. So, having...
It's a big deal.
Yeah, having the flowers on these attendants' hair would actually be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the first thing I'm going to be doing right away is painting these ladies, painting their hair dark. And the way that I do this for this army, obviously you can see I prime this army black, and then I do a very aggressive Zenithal white, which is actually 2 layers of white. The first is a white primer. It's Monument Hobbies white primer, and then the second is a layer of AK titanium white ink. So that's the formula. Meg, did you end up with a rag? You did.
Have a rag.
Just one though. No, I'll grab one. In a second here.
You can have my rag.
No, it's okay. We can both.
I'll go get another one.
Okay, thanks.
You don't like sharing, remember?
No, I do like sharing. I just was gonna get it myself. I mean, you're right. I don't like sharing.
Okay.
But I didn't expect you to get my rag. Give me yours. Okay, so what I do is this technique that I really love. I've used this on towel pants, Fire Warrior pants, and I use it on, actually it's a lot of things I've done, which is where I use a thin paint, like Citadel Air, after I've airbrushed light underneath of something, in this case white, and I just paint over it with this darker color. And it will kind of create its own natural highlight. Get the angle right there. There we go. How are you doing right away here,
I'm
Meg?
okay. So I started slightly before the stream because as everyone knows, I'm a slow painter. So I was a little concerned I wouldn't finish. And I'm just kind of laying in some like blue washes into the recesses up near the top. Because I know you want to keep it gray. You want to keep it pretty mono. But I want there to be some color in the center of her. I mean, she's so pretty. Like, she should have some color on her. So I just want to have the blue sort of fade into the white a little bit.
Yeah.
It won't be too strong. Don't worry. And I love projects like this where I can use, like, an old palette that I had before. So this is actually my palette from the Skin episode. And it's like all blues and greens and purples. So it's perfect for radio. Yeah. So her bodice is like going to be a purple that also fades to white. Because I want her to look like she's got color, but like disappearing. Yeah, glazing. Yes, Polly. Thank you, Soups, for the sniping. You got USC Deadman. Welcome. We've seen you around. It's nice that you get to join us on Friday. Guys, don't forget to vote in our very important poll. It's very important, just like all of our polls. Tells us a lot about you.
Yeah, today,
so we can judge you.
Today we're asking, who's your favorite Mortarch? There are 5 official Mortarchs currently out.
Okay, I was gonna vote for Manfred.
No one would vote for a Manfred.
Why not?
Tell me why you would vote for Manfred?
Because you took it off the list.
Right. What other reason would you vote for Manfred? What's cool about him?
He's made from the same kid as Neferata.
So is Ark in the Black, and so is Neferata.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just messing with you. Does anybody out there actually like Manfred? Please tell us if you do.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we can make fun of you.
Yeah. I'd love to know what makes Manfred so cool.
Anyway.
Anyway, yeah, he's lame, and he's nobody's favorite Mortarch.
How sad.
But so I left him off because
okay, wait a minute. But on the flip side of that, why is he nobody's favorite Mortarch?
Because he's like,
what's wrong with him? What did he do?
I think he's hands down. So somebody who's like played in the old world and played Warhammer, like as a kid more than I did, is gonna like leap frothing at the mouth at me. I know on this, but like he's definitely not particularly characterful. He's like mean old vampire man.
Old vampire.
That's kind
man.
of like who he is. Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of. I would say he's the least characterful. They've gone characterful. They've gotten a little bit more characterful as they've gone along. I would say Neferata is close to lacking in character, but they've done a lot with her.
When you say he's not characterful. What are you actually saying there? Like he doesn't have a personality, or he doesn't have a lot of lore written, or the lore that's written is bad. Like,
yeah, a little bit of all three of those.
Oh.
I think he probably does have a lot of lore written, but I'm not sure it's like super compelling. He's like, yeah, I don't know, kind of like Saturday morning cartoon villain, which is also Arkin, but Arkin is like such a Saturday morning cartoon that he's like back to being cool. I don't know. I've played
Nagash.
Like Nagash, yeah, exactly. Nagash is a huge Saturday morning cartoon villain,
and he's very cool.
Yeah, and then gameplay wise,
I think anyway.
they're kind of funny. The gameplay wise, Manfred's like, he's in this weird position with Soulblight Gravelord players. Like Meg, you play Soulblight, you don't have Manfred.
I don't.
And
should I get him? No.
I don't know. Sure. He's Legion of Night, I think.
Oh,
right?
So it wouldn't. I guess he could ally, right?
Well, not ally.
Oh wait,
but
Legion of Night. Sorry, I'm thinking something totally.
You can just put him in your army, right?
Yeah.
And he's just kind of weird. Like, he's like this big huge monster, and he doesn't really do a lot of damage, but he like can disappear and reappear in another part of the board all game long, which is kind of cute. But he just seems like a loser. He kind of seems
like a loser.
Yeah, he's kind of like Bellicor. He's just sort of a loser.
But what's wrong with Bellicor again? Like, is he just a wimp? Like, I don't understand the Bellicor hate either, so maybe I'm the wrong person. No, you need questions like this. Like, what's up with the hate? I don't get it.
Excuse me.
I think he's a cool model. I do.
A super cool model. Bellicor is a super cool model.
And that's what I base everything off of.
Manfred is the least cool of the three Mortarch builds. It's like, hey, who wants to build a bald guy? It's like, hey, here's a. I mean, like just like a bald dude. Like,
oh my gosh.
Neferata's got her cool hat and her and her dagger and her cool dress.
Who wants to build a bald guy?
Not that. It's not. This is an attack on the bald community.
Jeez,
it's just like,
you heard it here, folks.
He just looks like a.
Zach's views do not represent the rest of the Hobby Collab.
He just looks like a middle-aged dude riding around on a giant
horse. What's wrong with middle-aged dudes? They're hot.
Okay.
No comment.
Anyway.
All right.
Neferata
Interesting. My vote goes to Manfred. You've sold me.
Yeah, okay.
I'm into middle-aged bald guys.
The other four are way cooler, I would say.
All right. I mean, Bruce Willis, you know? He was a middle-aged bald guy. He's good looking. Whew.
Yeah.
It's getting hot in here from all these spicy takes.
Yeah. Does anybody like actually like strongly disagree with me that Manfred is way cooler? Is like not only like if you're like, oh no, he's cooler than Neferata, but if you're like, actually he definitely deserves to be on this because I would have voted for him because he's cooler than Olynder and Catacross and Arkin. Yeah, right said Manfred. Yeah, he's sort of just he's just kind of lame.
Oh my goodness.
You know who's even cooler? There's another Mortarch, the Summer King. If he comes back and is the new Flesh Eater Courts Mortarch, that's even cooler. That's immediately cooler than Manfred. Also.
Okay. We've been getting some super chats,
We have.
probably in response to all your hot takes.
Oh, I don't know about that. Let's see
Maybe.
what we got here.
Hopefully.
We did thank Soups for gifting his
We
membership.
did.
Here's one from Molecule Cody. Looking forward to seeing these. I don't know how to approach ghostly transparency on models. Me either. But I would
Well,
probably
you just use clear paint.
yeah. I really do. Meg's not the. I think Meg is. Maybe you're not the biggest fan of this look.
Okay.
I think.
Oh,
but,
it's fine.
I do like the white with the Soul Blight gray. Soul Blight gray is a really awesome shade that GW released. I kind of feel like people are sleeping on it when they're dealing with white, especially with something like this. Like the cloaks are. This is just airbrush, right? I do need to do I'm going to do an edge highlight, careful edge highlight of a more robust white along some of this. And I could highlight up with like a little bit of wet blending the top ridges of this. But honestly, just the white with this gray, I think, is a really nice look.
Well, I think what you have started on her is nice with the where it goes to gray. But I think to kind of make it look translucent, you want to like edge highlight or fade it back out to white. Like there's some like weight there with the ghost, like however thick it is. Again, like ghosts aren't real, so we don't have to worry about this, but like ghost lore, I'm just thinking like movies and things that I've seen. There's like a weight to them wherever their mass was biggest, and then they sort of like fade out. Like the edges sort of like thin out. And they're like ghostly little apparition.
Well, that's
I'm trying to do that, but
that's kind of interesting because you could actually look at the other way too.
I'll be honest, I did not get to practice this. Well, that's what the approach I'm going to take anyway.
So I'm actually of these I'm taking the opposite approach, right?
Cool, she's going to fit right in then.
Maybe maybe you could help me out with the army look and
look. Don't fret. I'm going to do a good job.
Because the way I airbrush them is that they're a little darker as they go away from the ghost, so that way I wouldn't do that. So that way it's sort of like
boy, we should have talked, huh?
We did a bunch of times. So that way it's sort of
did we?
Yeah. So you can see like here.
Did
like,
we live together?
See how she gets like this one. Like see how she gets darker too as it goes out.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like. Then you go and edge highlight it.
Oh yeah, edge highlight.
Like, but it's like a thicker edge highlight.
Oh yeah, it does look pretty intense actually.
That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, well, that's what's gonna happen. So I hope you like it. You can always, you know what? You can always paint over it.
That's true. Don't like it. I'm sure I'll like it though.
That should have been the theme, right? 2 people, 1 model. Today. Whatever disgusting connotations that may bring up. It is sort of hard to sometimes coordinate with other people if you're painting the same thing. We've done it for marathons, though. So I think you and I can figure it out. Maybe. Who should we thank next?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll let you do it.
So Molecule, I'm not sure I could honestly say I've super figured it out either. But I would just say that I think like the way Meg said is definitely true. I think the other thing though, so the way I was suggesting it is actually they're brighter towards where they're corporal, and then they get darker as you get away from what you're saying. And you're agreeing with that. You're just saying then kind of at the end of their corporalness you would go back and do like the
I think it's just a style, like, because when I did, we did Ghosts the other week, when I did the Lord of the Rings Ghosts, and those were green, towards the center, and then you dry brush out to a lighter color, so the edges are lighter as you leave the mass of the model. So, I'm sticking with my approach. Okay. That makes more sense to me. But, you did the base coating on this, so I think it'll work out in your favor just fine.
Okay. Yeah, I just hope it. I'm just trying to. I'd like it to
Oh my
match,
God.
you know.
Zach is maximum stress right now. I'm sorry, Zach. Don't worry. Here, let me let you take a look. I'll take the camera too if you want, so you
Sure.
can keep an eye on me.
Well, it's okay. I mean, we're just going back and forth. With the white that you're doing around that, that's exactly what I'm doing. Yeah.
And
That looks
we're
great.
Good, we're good.
I thought you were like trying to. I thought you were trying to like, transition.
That's what I probably would do.
Like reverse transition to what I.
Michael Cody was asking. Right.
Yeah, but I think you can do that the way.
Here, you can help me.
And I think you can do the. I feel like you can do the. Oh, you know what? The only thing we should need. Could you maybe move your wet palette in front more? That's like the wet palettes are always the thing.
The thing, like
because
people wanna see 'em?
No, we want people. The
To
camera.
not
The
see
camera
them.
likes to focus on them.
I see. Yeah, because they don't move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'm thought I was kind of answering Michael Cody's question, which is I was saying that
Michael Cody is getting a mess of an answer
dark
from both of us.
sorry, a little bit more vibrant at their center. And I'll be honest with you, I truly believe that the Nighthaunt models are designed to be painted the way I'm describing. Whereas I would say that I could definitely see a case that the Lord of the Rings ones are the way you are, but they all most of the Nighthaunt are
vibrant. Vibrant usually
applies
to a hue, though.
Most of the Nighthaunt models have skull faces, so I think like a lot of times the way you'll see, I don't think I'm alone, and like they paint them a little bit brighter, like closer to their face and like chest, and then darker as it moves away. I think is kind of normal, or like you're saying they do like they do transition back like you're saying too. Sometimes to green. Or sometimes to blue. Okay.
Michael, do whatever you want.
Well, he was commenting about.
I'm just like pointing out that we can't seem to give him a straight answer between the two of us. There's like many ways to do everything.
Yeah, we're saying two different ways. I think. I think it's okay.
I know. I just find it funny. I know it's okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, the other cool thing I fixed on the camera, by the way. We don't love to do camera talk all the time, but I fixed it so that we can manual focus and that won't show up on
What don't I like?
I don't like to do camera talk.
Oh, you don't like to do camera talk.
But
I don't either.
We can manual focus and it won't, that little box. If you guys have been watching our stream and you ever saw like the little box show up within the box.
Yeah. What's in the box?
That won't happen anymore.
Brett, he's been a member for 1 month.
That's weird.
It's longer than me, Brett. I don't know anything about Soul Blight Grave Lords. What's a Mortarch? Yeah, that's true. We should give the people some context before we close this poll. Eventually.
So Mortarchs. Do you know what a Mortarch? Can you describe a Mortarch, Meg? We have a Mortarch quiz a little bit later.
I don't know. A VIP.
It is sort of a VIP. They're not only in Soul Blight Grave Lords.
It's in all the Death Armies?
Well,
right?
Currently the Flesh Eater Courts don't have
one. Okay.
But there's a lot of thought and belief that one is about to get released like within the next few months. Because there was one in the old world that kind of was like a ghoul type guy, like the Flesh Eater Courts are.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think there's been like reference in the lore to this person called the Summer King. And a lot of people think that that's him. Yeah.
I mean, the word "more" is in there. Are they immortal? Are they like?
I think it's like a.
What's the root word doing?
More. There? The root word is death, I think, and arc is king. Yeah. They actually are called Death Kings also.
Not immortal, but mortal,
yeah.
Oh, okay, Death Kings.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got it. I don't know why you
Death Kings and leaders, yeah. So yeah, they're not just Soul Blight; they're for all Death Armies. Currently, like I said, Flesh Eater Courts doesn't have one. Lady Olynder, who Meg is painting right there, she is the Nighthaunt's Mortarch, and it's the kind of like their leader. So it would be I know Brett plays Seraphon and be the equivalent of Croak, but they're not gods like Nagash. And most of them come from the old world, actually.
Oh, has she been around that long?
Not Lady O.
Oh.
But Neferata and Arkin and the other one.
The other one.
Loser boy.
The
Manfred.
bald middle-aged guy.
Baldo. They've all been...
You guys.
They've all been around for a while.
Zach, one day it's going to hit you. You're going to lose all that beautiful hair, and then you're going to be sorry.
I'm not... Okay. I'm making fun of Manfred.
Uh-huh.
For having weak lore.
All right.
Well, let me put my glasses on. I guess I'll check and see if anybody has come to Manfred's defense.
Saray has. You should check the next super chat. There we go. There it is. You see it?
You should thank Manfred, Zach. He made AOS.
And Saray knows all this stuff now because he took lessons from Steven.
How did he make AOS?
I don't know, but I assume Saray's right. Yeah, if you guys caught any of our recent shorts, I shouldn't say recent because we make them so often, but there were some pretty good ones with Saray and Steven, where Saray is learning AOS lore, so he's a whiz now.
Dan says Manfred is 100% cooler than Arkin.
There you go.
I will say that both Arkin, the older generated in GW history that a Mortarch is, the less cool they are. That's for sure. Lady O and Catacross are definitely cool, the two coolest, and they are strictly AOS ones. So I would say that. Let's see how the vote's going though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lady O's winning.
That makes sense. I mean, we're working on her today, so
yeah, people tuned in.
Probably like her.
People were like, "Oh man, they're paying Lady O. I'm gonna show up because of that." And then they saw the vote. And
that's why I would have probably left her off, because.
And put Manfred in. Well, then Manfred would have gotten 0, and we would have been able to see of the 3. Actually, what would have been really funny to do is leave Lady O and Manfred.
Both.
And just vote between the other
just put some other random model that isn't a Mortarch at all.
Yeah.
Just to mess with everyone.
Free.
Just to
free
trigger
guild,
the AOS
free guild Steelhelm
players. That's not a Mortarch.
Squig.
Yeah.
Anything really would beat Manfred.
A squig.
It's crazy too because
I mean, I'd rather paint a squig.
The Abyssal, the Dread Abyssal, which are the monsters that Manfred, Arkin, and Neferata ride, are really cool. But somehow when you put Manfred on that kit instead of Neferata or Arkin, it just looks so stupid.
Now I feel bad.
For Manfred?
Yeah. I feel bad that he got made fun of for his looks. I don't think that's very nice. I mean, maybe he's not a nice guy, so he might deserve it.
Well, he's definitely not a nice guy.
Well, relative to the other Mortarchs, right? You said this was like I don't know, she was like a girl boss. So like a mean girl's girl boss in her past life, so maybe she was worse.
They're all horrible.
Well, like I said, it's relative, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I
guess Catacross is.
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here for poor bald Manfred. Poor dude.
I don't know. Why do people feel the need to play devil's advocate? Like, who cares? Manfred,
I care.
He is not popular at all.
I'm sure there are some Manfred fans out there.
There's no such thing as
hurting their feelings.
There's no such thing as a Manfred fan.
Fanfreds.
The Fanfred. Man fans.
Man fans, yeah. I'm a man fan.
Team man fan.
Alright. This part is sort of hard to paint on camera without blocking it.
Oh, that's okay.
Sorry, guys, if I do.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh, I care about fam.
Sometimes you just do a little bit and then go back to doing it the easier way.
Just block their view completely like this. This is good TV.
I can go to it.
No, it's fine. I'm kidding. But yeah, whatever you want. See, even Dan says, I'll take Manfred over Neff too. See, Zach? Oh my gosh. You're killing everyone. I actually don't... I really do like Neferata. I mean, of course, like, I play with her.
Yeah, who's your favorite, Meg?
Oh, I'm gonna pick Neferata because I actually have her and I like her. But no, see, I don't know enough about.
What are you basing
I
it
really
on?
like Lady O though because I've been like eyeing up this model for forever. I'm so glad I get to paint a little bit of it.
Yeah. Just a little bit. You gotta follow directions still.
I know
I'm
that
just
part is
kidding.
like a little frustrating. It's okay. I actually really like her model wise the best.
Okay.
I don't care how spindly she is. Just lean her up against some cacti, and she'll be all right.
She's not too bad.
She's not. And actually, like I dropped her earlier, and she was like boing.
Oh my gosh, Meg!
Oh, this is great.
I dropped her earlier today on the carpet, and she bounced a foot
Yeah.
up into the air.
Yeah, she's like made of rubber almost the way they sculpted
I was like,
her.
whoa.
She's great.
I was not expecting how much she bounced back
Yeah,
up.
she's a little bouncy ball. The Neferata model sucks. So I imagine the Manfred model also sucks. Like, you cannot build the Neferata model or either of them without having something for them to like grip.
Imagine
It's like everything's balanced on this little tail, this giant monster,
the Dreadabyssal.
and they're like this, and
Yeah.
like it's like I gotta prop you up because you're too big.
The Dreadabyssal looks only marginally more sturdy than a Kronspine Incarnate. Although the Kronspine Incarnate at least is not unbalanced. It's like a spiral, right? He bounces up and down.
I really like that model. I really want to get one.
But imagine building the Dreadabyssal and then instead of putting Neferata on top, putting basically Charlie Brown on top.
Charlie Brown.
That's what Manfred looks like.
No, he's not that big. Wait, his head is not that round. This isn't.
Yeah, he's like Carl Pilkington. He is. That is who would play
No.
Manfred. Would be Carl Pilkington.
All right. Well, I love. I hope we say his last name different every time.
Pilkington. Carl Pilkington is
Manfred. Oh, poor Carl. Sometimes I feel bad for Carl too.
Sure, of course it's hard.
I'm not at all attracted to Carl though.
I'm not sure why I felt the need to say that just now.
Oh, because earlier I was talking about like, never mind. Dad bod.
Meg just like talks about any person. She's like, just so everybody knows, I'm not attracted
to
not
this.
attracted to that person. Just so you guys know.
Oh my God! Never mind.
Okay, folks, I'll show you.
Yeah, please.
Let me
Let's
show.
move on.
I like the horrible Mortarch conversation. Yeah, his head like an orange. I know that show was very funny.
I love the Let's Learn English with Ricky Gervais, and he's like, your head is shaped like an effing orange. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. We're trying to move on. Not making fun of Manfred anymore.
No, well, not yet. We will, but
who I am slightly attracted to now.
All right, so here's these ladies now have their hair done, kind of. It's been just blocked. It's just been blocked in. So I do this fun thing. I'm gonna go ahead and use the word fun. Where now what I do, I know it's very dark, but now what I do is I go over it with a shade of Drakenhof Nightshade. He's not gonna see that Drakenhof Nightshade, which is the blue Citadel wash, and it makes their black hair turn into like what I believed people to call raven hair, which is like got a real slight blue tint to it in the right light. That's kind of the idea here. And it's pretty easy. I'm literally just gonna cover this. I'm not even gonna show you because why would I? I'm just putting blue shade all over this. Yeah, so how's it going over there, Meg?
It's going. I'm glad I'm getting this part out of the way because
it's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying.
All the spindles.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine, but like I'm in a time crunch, so that part makes it a little stressful.
Right.
But I'll do my first pass now, and then I'll leave like touch-ups for the end with whatever time we have left. So it's okay. It's going okay.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I not super looking forward to doing 60 Dread Scythe Harridans like that.
I'm also not attracted to the Dread Scythe Harridans, just so you're aware.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, right. I remember you said you were going to let us know. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we'll close our poll at 5:30, and so we will have a winner by then. And in a few minutes here, we're going to do a quiz where we have a
Ooh.
quiz about Mortarchs.
Yay.
And we'll learn a little bit about the lore of some of the Mortarchs. In the meantime, I have to say, I finally used my Warhammer Plus subscription today.
Oh, hooray. What does that mean?
I watched a video behind the paywall.
Oh, you were talking about this.
Yeah, I watched the Lore Masters video on Lady Olynder.
Lady O.
And I have to say that I have mixed feelings on Lore Master. I can't remember. I was in Hobby Hang yesterday, and I asked somebody what they thought about it or what they've heard, and nobody had actually watched one.
Oh.
But somebody said that they had heard good reviews on them. I have to say that, they really are like a fairly well-produced YouTube video. That's pretty much what you're getting. Like you would be able to find that exact same lore probably on YouTube. They're long. It said it was about Lady O.
How long?
This one was 30 minutes. It's pretty long, actually.
That's pretty long.
It said it was about Lady O, and I was
John Dillerman long.
yeah. I was sort of like, hey, that's a lot of information on Lady O. 30 minutes of Lady O lore. I was like, this is going to be pretty cool. This is going to go super deep. But I have to say, it didn't really. It covered a lot. Like, it backtracked a lot and talked about a lot of things that were, like, Lady O adjacent, like Nagash. And occasionally would kind of go deep into them a little bit, which was sort of weird. I think I have mixed feelings on it. It feels a little unfocused. Like, you would think the focus would be Lady O. And I think it was.
Because it's called Lady O.
Lore Masters, Lady Olynder.
Well, is there context that's given, like, by learning about?
Definitely. They're not, like, suddenly talking about, like, Tau Crisis battle suits.
That would be the weirdest thing of all.
They're not like, Lady O can fly.
Who I'm also not attracted to.
Lady O can fly. Hey, you know what else can fly? A Tau Crisis battle suit. And then they talk about a Tau Crisis battle suit for 45 minutes.
And also a Boeing 747.
Things that aren't even in the Warhammer word. Oh, also birds. Most birds.
But not people. Unless they're on a Boeing 737.
Yeah, people can't fly unless they're or on a bird.
Like in
Super
Lord
Mario
of the Rings.
or Super Mario Brothers 2. Formerly Doki Doki Panic. This is just a video. It just goes off the rails. That would actually be amazing. Then I would be like, all right, now
Why don't we make our own?
Now I'm back on board. I think I just splattered this all over the place.
No.
Should go back and watch the review. Did you guys just see me do that? Because I wasn't really looking. A little bit came out.
Then they'll be even more behind. Okay. Okay, I think that's fine.
But there was some cool facts about her. Some cool stuff about her.
Oh, is that? I'm assuming that's the quiz.
The quiz is actually going to be about all the Mortarchs. Let's jump into it. I think it's time to do it. Let's jump into the quiz.
5:13.
Yeah. So I wanted to do the quiz today at 5:13. So it is definitely time to do it. Oh, it's 5:14 now.
Oh, crap.
We're actually
we gotta
late.
skip it.
We're late for the quiz. All right, so Meg, the format for today's quiz is pretty straightforward. I'm going to show you a Mortarch, and you're going to be presented with 3 facts about the Mortarch. 2 of the facts are true, and 1 of the facts is not true.
I have to pick out the one that's not true.
You have to figure out which fact is a lie.
Okay.
About the Mortarch.
All right.
Okay.
Then I'm usually pretty good at spotting your lies.
Yeah.
But
this one
sometimes the lore is so goofy that it's hard to tell.
This one is going to be a little interesting.
All right. Well, I hope so nobody leaves.
We're going to start off with Arkin the Black. Okay. 3 facts about Arkin the Black.
He looks like Manfred.
1. Nagash's most loyal servant.
Okay.
2. Originally from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Or 3. Rides a dread abyssal named Razarak. Which one of those is fake?
Is face?
Is face.
Okay. Well, first off, I want to say that I'm not attracted to Arkin the Black.
Okay.
Looks like somebody who might make fun of Manfred.
Definitely. They all make fun of Manfred.
Oh. That's so sad. We should talk about that instead. How do you guys feel about bullying?
If it's Manfred, I don't know.
Okay, well, done with that. I think he's probably not from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, because I've been there, and
Oh, and that's how you know he's not from there?
It's just like not...
Just
There's
you don't
nothing like this flying around.
Well, he's not there anymore.
Well... Yeah. Well, yeah, but he'd have family.
Listen, what
Wouldn't
you
he
would
have
see
relatives?
them? You would see them? We would go to their house?
Yes.
We've driven through Oklahoma. We didn't stop at Brad Pitt's house. He's from Oklahoma.
You'd probably see... I mean, I'm sure there'd be a whole bunch of these things, like, flying around. Like,
no.
if he's from there.
Are there a bunch of Brad Pitts in Oklahoma?
Yeah, probably. He probably has relatives there.
Yeah, but
sure.
we don't see them. We wouldn't know them. You're saying...
No, but look how big he is. He's huge. Like, put a zombie next to him. It's like this big. He'd be towering over, like, your house.
Well, do you think they would all have dread abyssals?
Well, maybe. I don't know. Probably. Some of them. Maybe.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I think so.
Just anyone gets a dread abyssal? Because I'm going to tell you right now, there's only 3 in the game, and they're all 3 Mortarchs. It's Arkin,
That's just
Neferata,
the 3
and the
we
other
know
one.
about.
Or golf ball head. Okay, so anyway,
All right.
which
I'm
one?
going with B is false.
B, he is not from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he's not.
Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, I think one of only 2 cities in the U.S. with a hyphen in its name. I can't remember the other one.
Only 2?
Only 2 cities in the
gosh.
whole U.S. have a hyphen in their name. Oh yeah, I did spend some time in Wilkes-Barre. It's it's
like
nice.
There's only one prior Pfeiffer.
Yep.
I checked.
Okay, next. Neferata. A. Sometimes wears a cape made from the tanned flesh of her enemies. B. Former wife...
Oh, is that what it's made out of?
Yeah.
Mine
B,
was made out of silk.
Sometimes she wears it. Not all the times, it said.
Okay.
B. Former wife of Rod Serling. C. Controls a vast network of spies and informants across the mortal realms.
Okay, well, the last answer was B, so it's probably not B again.
Yeah. That messes with you when you're a kid and you're taking a test, right?
Yeah, we all know this.
And then, like, some teacher confesses that they did it, and you're like, oh, cool. Guess I
Thanks.
learned today.
Not to trust you, teacher.
Great way to learn. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel about you right now, Zach. Okay, so since the last one was B, and I don't trust you,
You think Neferata was the one of Rod Serling's former wives?
yeah, why not?
People got divorced a lot back then.
Now, Rod Serling, I find kind of attractive.
He's small, though, actually.
That's okay. It's not the size, it's what you do with it. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Rod Serling, pretty cool guy, actually.
Yeah. Right? I mean...
But do you ever look up, like, those actors and stuff from, like, the 60s? And, like, they have had, like, 12 wives, and, like, their first one was born in, like, 1882, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. We're really off the rails, even for us.
But, I mean, that's just a Hollywood thing. That still happens. Look at Leo DiCaprio. He's always trading in his girlfriends for a newer model.
Yeah, but he's getting married. They get married less nowadays.
But it's still kind of weird. Okay. Yeah,
Is that true about Leo, by the way?
Yes, he's notorious about it. I don't really care. They're of consenting age. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's B, even though
you think maybe that
I think you're trying to trick me.
Mess with the quiz.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you know what? You're right. She's not the former wife of Rod Serling.
Oh, okay. You got me. You almost got me.
I almost got you. Okay, now finally, Lady O. Okay, Lady
only
O.
3 Mortarch.
Oh, yeah, only 3 more.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Phew. I was worried.
Is she the former queen of the Empire of Delorum in the Shyish? Did she play field hockey as an undergraduate at Rutgers? Or was she gifted an hourglass of grave sand?
Again with the B. So now it's been 2 B's in a row. And I can see her being good at field hockey because she can just move through the players.
Well,
I imagine she can hold this staff.
Hold on, though. I don't think she went to Rutgers as a ghost.
Oh,
she went to
that's
Rutgers.
true. That's the...
She went to Rutgers as a mortal.
Why are you helping me on this quiz you made for me?
I'm just saying, while Lady O was at Rutgers, she was still alive. This was before.
I don't think she was gifted an hourglass. I think she made it herself. I think she went to Rutgers and played field hockey.
Yeah, as an undergrad?
Yeah. And a graduate.
Oh, she didn't go to a different school?
No, she was one of those.
Oh, she was one of those people that stayed. Yeah, she got into like a...
She's like, why should I leave?
Yeah, she like had...
I like field hockey. I'll stay here. They have a good team.
Well, you can't do that.
If you're a ghost.
No, it's called, so...
Oh, if you have...
If you can only play in the
NCAA.
You can only play in the NCAA for 4 years. So
Lady O... Well, she started late.
That is true. Or they also have what's called redshirting for a year, which is where you're just on the practice squad. Mm-hmm. And then you can play. So she could have done that and played for 1 year.
What she did.
A lot of times what graduates will do also is they'll just help the team out, like almost as low level coaches. So she might have done that, maybe. Transition from player to like a coach.
Yeah. Let's go with B. B is the made up thing.
B is you're right. B is made up.
Because
she was we'll talk a little bit about Lady O. We'll go back to the two correct answers. She was she did kind of social climb her way up to being queen of the Empire of Delorum on her night in which she married her husband, who was supposed to be the king. She actually both the husband and the husband's father, the former king, or the current king at the time, were found mysteriously murdered on the night of her
girl
wedding.
Boss.
Yeah, girl boss. Get it, girl. So she murdered them, probably, the night of her wedding.
Well,
and then immediately
you can neither confirm nor deny.
Immediately became queen. And she never felt any grief or regret or anything for anything she did in life. But she also wore a fake veil, or she wore a real veil fakely for the rest of her time alive, to try to make her subjects feel that she was sad. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is she who murdered Rod Sterling?
Yeah. And so that's her story
Lady
there.
O.
And yeah, she was gifted an hourglass of grave sand by Nagash, actually.
Oh, is that why? That's so cute.
Well, so Nagash...
Oh, man, it's not plugged in.
No, but we can plug it in easily.
You just gotta plug it in.
Yeah, we can plug it in. Just gotta plug it in.
You just gotta plug it in.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Oh, that's a wet one.
The eye is spinning in circles.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I shake it anyway because I can't help myself.
I still do too.
It's like a habit that's hard to break.
It's different though.
It's different.
Honestly, the Soulblight Gray, all of the white on this settle. Oh, where is it? Somewhere. All the white settles on the bottom like crazy. The Vortex Mixer doesn't do it. You gotta get the ball to like scrape along the bottom and like, So yeah, Nagash, as her empire started to collapse because Chaos was attacking everybody during the time of Chaos, Lady O was like, "Hey, Nurgle," who was taking over her empire. She was like, She's like, "You can kill everybody else in my empire, but don't kill me, please."
Aw. She's
pretty horrible. And so...
Girl boss.
Yeah. Eventually Nagash was like, all right, that's it. And he just... I don't even know if he killed her. He just turned her into...
I'm tired of this.
He just turned her into a specter.
I'm tired of you trying to tell me what to do.
And then she was... Yeah, so she was a specter. And the curse for... All Nighthaunt have like a horrible curse upon them. Mm-hmm. Hers is that she pretty much always feels misery and grief.
That sucks.
And radiates misery and grief out.
Ugh. So like she can't even keep it to herself.
Yeah, like being near her, most mortals just like you just like fall to your knees and are just like
somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Yeah, she spreads a serious. That's the name of the rule on her war scroll.
Case of the Mondays.
Someone's got a case of the Mondays. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear you guys refer to it as that when you use it now.
So that's Lady O. That's Lady O's story.
Oh, Lady O. You scamp.
Yeah, another delightful Nighthaunt scamp. Hunting the dead. Hunting the living. Sorry, rather.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. There's the attendants. They're coming along. I don't know if you can tell the little blueness to their hair. You might not be able to, but it's there.
I believe you.
Yeah. This is nice too also because now we can highlight the hair up like we did on the Dryad Psycharidin. And we use the fang to highlight the hair up, which is kind of like a dark blue.
I am
We're gonna check in.
Painting
should
the
we-
silver on like her
Want
cloak.
to check in? Should we check in?
We can.
Okay, we'll check in. I was about to do the
Take a
Dios, the
Dias?
Dias, excuse me, De los Muertos
You can
face.
just say Day of the Dead. It's okay.
I was about to do their face.
If you want.
Yeah.
'Cause it's easier for me to remember.
Yeah, it's easier.
Because like some of their words are feminine and some are not.
Yeah, yeah, some of the anyway, so I can, but let's zoom in over to you, Meg. Here we go.
All right. Well, this is not actually a good time to zoom in.
Oh no.
It's okay. It's because what I'm doing is like really small, like detailed stuff on her cloak. But that's okay. I can just hunker down.
Okay. I hate
It's
making
fine.
you do it.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Are we caught up on super chats?
I think so. I
And
think we're
super
good, yeah.
gifts? I don't
Oh,
think
we
so.
didn't thank Polychrome, and thank you Polychrome as always for the support. He's
Yeah, he sniped somebody.
He did
I
snipe
missed who it
somebody.
was.
Let me go see.
If we can welcome them. There. Okay. Yeah. I mean, what I'm doing is just brushing some silver on top of
He
these.
snipes
This
Stacks.
little filigree. Oh, cool. Stax is back. Welcome back, Stax. We'll see you on Friday, right?
Well, we have to alert people. Alert!
Alert!
No journeys this Friday.
Oh, that's right. Because we're going to be gone.
We're gonna be gone.
Everybody's
Ray's
going
gonna be
somewhere.
gone. Everyone's gone somewhere this weekend.
Yeah, no journeys. It happens. No pit stop either.
Yeah.
Side quest. That's what we called it.
You can expect a video tomorrow on a tutorial, a basing tutorial, our first basing tutorial.
Woohoo.
Which
Are we going to do a premiere at all or anything like
Yeah, I think so. A little watch along premiere.
that? Cute.
We're gonna do moonlit basing, in particular moonlit desert, but you could apply the moonlit thing to any. I hope I'm not shaking the table, Meg. on
No,
you.
you're okay.
Okay. All right. Spooky skeleton eyes time.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there. And then
You're
move
done?
on. Yeah, she's all done.
She's done.
I'm going to do her flowers.
So the first thing I do, I'll do one of these ladies, and then I'll show her off compared to the one I haven't done yet.
Okay.
And you can see the things I do to do the Day of the Dead candy skull thing. Makeup.
Oh, yeah.
The first thing I do is I actually do their eyes are already like pits because they're skulls,
Pits.
right? Because they're skulls, right? They're just like pits. But the first thing I do is I do a rim around them, and it makes them look bigger, right?
Okay.
Obviously. Then I give them eyelashes, and you have to,
Oh. Oh, my God. I had a spooge.
Uh-oh.
But it's fine. Actually, I don't need any more paint now.
So Meg and I are both doing something really crazy detailed right now. I'm doing the little eyelashes.
Well, I mean, I'm just, honestly, all I'm doing is painting vines at this point. Which, ooh, they're deep in there. I also want the vines to kind of fade, I think.
You know something that people don't talk about that's kind of hard when you're doing things like eyes?
No, what don't they talk about?
They don't talk about how like you can get the right eye great, but then unless you're 100% ambidextrous,
Oh, sure.
you have to have like a different angle of approach and way that you then would do the left eye. And with something really like impactful, like putting one black dot in a sea of white, that can be like a humongous difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you get the one eye done and you're like, oh, okay, I got it. I have the feel for that. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I have to like really contort my body to feel comfortable now doing the other eye.
That's how you get the eyes going like in different directions.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, it's tough out there. But that's why.
What?
That's why.
That's my new favorite saying. When somebody's doing something, talking about something hard to do, it's tough out there.
Yeah. Tough old world.
At least you didn't get turned into a Nighthaunt by Nagash.
Right? What a jerk. I mean, okay, like, yeah, when I took my painting faces class, you just have to be comfortable going back and forth. It's okay. Like, you're gonna mess it up. So, first you flood the eye socket with your darks, and then you paint in, like, the, what is it? You paint in the white, or, you know, whatever color you want for the whites of the eyes. Yeah. And then you'll mess up. So you just go back in and clean. You clean with around the edge. And then you do the pupil, and then you clean. You just go back and clean, like, every step of the way. And for some people, that's, like, too much work, and I get that. So don't do the pupil. I think skipping the pupil is fine.
Well, you
can get away with that.
Not exactly what's going on here, yeah.
No, but yours is different, but I was just talking eyes in general.
And then, okay, so her eye is done. Cool. Now the other one. Oh wait, I said I would show you guys how they look different with it versus without it.
Yeah, I want this to fade out. Sorry guys, it's a little dark. Just remember to darken it when we go back somewhere else. But this should look better for you guys. Let me know if it doesn't. And, you know, I'm not always watching chat, so I might just ignore you.
Okay, You
gotta yell.
Flip this here.
Okay.
I'm going to move my brushes up here, Meg.
Sounds good.
Because I don't want to mess them up with it.
You want me to position this for you?
No, I got it. Thanks, though.
All right. Thank you, Broken Chef. Take a lap. No flesh eater quartz. Thank you for the hearts, guys. No flesh eater quartz representation in the poll. Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah, well, there aren't.
They don't have a Mortarch.
They don't have a Mortarch yet.
Feast day hype is real. Talking about Thanksgiving?
No, Feast Day is... They think there was like an ad, or not an ad, but yeah.
Thank you for the hearts.
A Warhammer community thing talking about like everyone being invited to a feast day, and it was all like gross and weird and uncomfortable, which is how the flesh eater courts are. So they think it's like,
it's like
a little teaser. It's a teaser, yeah, about the flesh eater courts.
Oh, that's cool. 20 models to go.
He's also painting a bunch right now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. 20 models to go till fully painted on the Meg project. John is a fiend. John, I hope you're here so you got to hear that. Yeah, Broken Chef is working on a flesh eater quartz, which he lovingly named Meg Eater. Meg Eater? Or just Meg Quartz? I don't know. Meg Eater? Because it's not like they're eating me. It's just me because I like to eat
I don't know.
raw meat and other meats.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I missed that part of it. I just know he's working on flesh eater quartz.
Well, he put in Discord that he's referring it to the Meg, I think Meg Eater.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
So anyway, There you go. Obviously, you can see the one on the right has had the candy skull treatment, and the one on the left has not. And there's the difference.
Ding, 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 ding. Thank you for the hearts. 20 models to go. Nice. Meg quartz. Okay. It wasn't Meg Eater quartz. That could be misconstrued, perhaps. But yeah, I'm excited to see it. And I do love that. That's a cool army. It has such cool models. And we don't have anything like that here. So I'm excited to see how it comes out. Thank you. Thank you, Broken.
It's the only army without a modern battle tome.
Oh, wait. Like there's no book?
There's an old book.
Oh, okay.
You remember how for a while you had an old book for Soul Blight?
Barely.
Remember when you got like
Yeah,
a new book?
I remember, yeah. But I wasn't that long without one. Okay. Cool. So the vines are like fading also to white.
That's cool.
Well, it's fine. Oh boy.
Okay. Now, the only other thing I need to do...
John is a fiend. We'll never forget that. Sorry. Now what you're going to do...
Yeah, this is the kind of the hard part is doing the stuff around their mouth. Actually, these ladies aren't too hard because their mouths are...
Yeah.
Like, open in a particular way.
Yeah.
So it's a little easier.
Okay. I'm just kind of doing a touch of highlight to the thorns and the leaves. It's just with like a grimier green. What is it called? Death World Forest. Yeah.
Okay. I'm kind of bummed these ladies don't have the flowers. I think I'm going to have to go back and make the flowers for sure.
Yeah, it'll be cute. Gotta do flowers. That's the funnest part. That's why I'm saving it for last. Do you guys do that? Do you guys save your favorite parts for last? Or are you like more logical about it than that? That doesn't always work out. Like I like to save the faces for last because that's my favorite part. But then sometimes I get excited and I paint the faces too early. Anyway, cool story, Meg.
No, I'm trying to think on the answer for that. I don't know if I wait till... Yeah, I don't know that I do that. Maybe I have, though.
Do you guys hear Joplin outside?
He's loud.
Someone needs to feed the damn cat. Oh, Joplin. Poor guy.
We do hate our cats, that's for sure. No, I'm just kidding. We actually love them.
Not my baby Bartok.
But we've been kind of updating you guys on this, and it'll be interesting here shortly because this weekend in the U.S. is daylight savings times comes to an end. And we go back to standard time. The cats have really been... It's like the cats want wet food every... Instead of understanding that they get it every 24 hours, they want it every, what do we say, like 23 hours and maybe like 45 minutes?
Something like that.
And so they just...
Sometimes earlier.
Well, it's gone really early now because we...
Probably because the light, right? I mean...
I really don't know, but they've... and it's so annoying because they do it together. They like...
It's like they're ganging up.
Yeah, they start kind of like trying to sell this narrative like... We feed them at 6, but they'll start like around 5, or sometimes like it feels like nowadays. What time is it right now? 5:30. Yeah. See, he's like yelling right now.
He's yelling at us. Hey.
He's like, it's really time, guys.
We're starving. You know, I get hungrier too this time of year. Like I've been ravenous the past few weeks. I cannot stop thinking about eating all the time, and I wonder if it's because I'm cold. I'm always cold. And it's like dark.
Yeah.
I've been finding it impossible to get out of bed in the mornings. I've not been doing my exercise very consistently, and I'm gonna regret it. But I don't know. I can kind of relate.
to the cats.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm hungry. Feed me, Zach. I don't know how to take care of myself. It's true. Like when I want a snack, because I don't. Okay, to be fair, I am inept. That is true. In the kitchen, but when I get hungry, I'm like, well, I don't want to eat anything because I don't know if Zach's gonna use it in something later. I don't want to take it from him. So if we have like bread, I'll just take like pieces of bread and eat that, or like, I don't know.
You can just ask me, can I eat this? And I mean, the answer's always gonna be yes.
I always feel weird asking that too. Like, you're not my mom. I don't need to ask you. Or I could just, walk my ass next door and get something.
Yeah, or you could ask me to help you get, like, can you make me a snack?
I'm very inept. Yeah. I can make my own snacks, Zach. It's embarrassing. Oh my gosh. I'll just eat this piece of bread with butter on it. In shame, so no one has to see me.
Why in shame? That's a totally legitimate snack. In shame. Okay.
Umi, bite your tongue. If that happened, we would have to close up shop. That's for sure.
Anyway, I don't.
Yeah.
I
Anyway,
don't know.
TMI.
I don't know.
TMI, guys.
I don't know
Sorry.
if the cats are. I mean, I know if they're trying, but
I'm just mad at us.
it feels like they're just like really like organized with it, and I hate.
They're unionizing against us.
Yeah.
Guess what, cats? You can sleep outside. Your
Yeah.
union tactics don't work on us.
Yeah. It's sort of interesting. The other day they
It's
both.
true because they don't normally get along.
The other
very
day,
well.
although I just posted in the Discord a picture of them laying right next to each other.
Yeah, if the sunspot is big enough for both of them, they're all right.
Well, actually, then I didn't get a picture of it. But during our meeting, they were laying, and I know they weren't doing this intentionally, but their one paw was on top of the other one's paw. It looked like they were like holding hands,
that's
and they were
super
like
cute.
faced like this too. Like
Oh my
Bartok's
gosh,
was
you didn't
up.
get a picture?
I don't know why. I looked over and
Monster.
saw it, and then I lost track of it.
Oh, Chef actually has 40 models to go. Beast flares. That's the way it goes sometimes, Chef. Guys, those of you that ordered shirts, thank you. Shirts and hoodies, that order went in today. So we are on track.
We are. Thank you for those who ordered. We will do another round
At some point.
At some point. We don't know exactly when yet, but obviously sometime, probably fairly early next year. And that will be fun.
Yeah. That will be fun.
So there you have it.
There you have it. Fun times to be had.
Here's where these ladies
We might
are.
have to do something special for LVO if anybody goes. We might have something special to pass out.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Here's where these two ladies are at. So they're ready now for edge highlighting and painting the things that they're carrying. The hourglass and the box. And then
The treasure box.
The treasure box.
Yeah. My precious. Wrong IP.
I mean, I think it's probably just Lady O's purse.
Her purse. Oh, that would be nice to just always have an attendant carrying your purse.
I mean, that's what celebrities do.
No. Celebrities are just
Politicians.
like us. I don't carry a purse. I hate carrying stuff. Like, I demand that all my outfits have pockets.
Which most of them don't.
No, that's not true.
And then you lose things.
I lose things. Like, I lost my ID at Home Depot the other day.
Yeah.
Because, like, lady pants have tight pockets. And, I don't know, you pull your, you pull your ID out of your, or you pull your stuff out of your pockets,
Mm-hmm.
and then your ID sticks to your stuff, and then you drop it on the floor, probably. So, I have another ID coming.
Is that a comfortable spot to be painting in?
Oh, this? Yes.
Okay.
Is that possible?
Kind
If not,
of.
I'll just tell me and I'll change it.
Let's try it out. It's kind of interesting. The background is the light. Well, it's your hand and then the light.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of nice. Actually, if you can kind of hang... I haven't switched to it yet, but if you can kind of hang around there, then...
Cass! Welcome to Lab Mandrill, man. That's awesome. We're happy to have you.
Yeah, thanks, Cass.
Awesome.
That's amazing. Thank you.
We love you.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe not a good view for watching you paint
I'm
this
a little
stuff.
attracted to Cass.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Well, anyway, if you want to... I know you're working on tough stuff, but I'll leave the camera here in case you want to show people what you're up to.
Oh, my glove is totally
I
in
need
the
to
way.
stop doing it. It's the
What's happening?
We can't. Yeah, it's the glove. Here, don't worry about the light
okay.
because we keep switching it. I think
We
think
just
it's okay.
remember to switch it, I guess. I can do it.
Well, it's just because now it's aimed directly at the light.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, Cass. Gifted 5 Hobby Collab memberships. Thank you. Thanks, Cass.
Here we go. We'll leave right there. Is that kind of a...
We got Jack.
Oh, that's fun.
I see Jack around a lot, so welcome Jack, Douglas, Clubber Watson, Cadius Rex, and Sean Williams. Yay! There's a couple familiar names in there, so I'm glad you guys got some memberships. We'll see you next Friday.
Okay, there you go.
And whatever shows are in between. Okay.
As long as Meg stays kind of in that area, we should be able to
see something.
See what she's doing.
Yeah. Oh, the autofocus. Okay, I can stay here because the light's better for everybody.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Cass. For all you mandrills out there, if you've missed it, there is a poll in our Discord, so go vote in it. We do have a giveaway planned coming up, and you guys get to vote on what we give away, which is kind of fun. Yeah. So go do that. And then also, if you haven't been to our Discord yet, you should go check it out. There's fun stuff to do. We just had a Halloween costume contest end, and there's some winners floating around in our Discord. We also have places to post your hobby work, places to get critiques, which we'll be going over later.
Yep.
And, of course, memes, which is really all anybody ever wants. And, like, a very popular food channel for some reason.
Yeah.
My favorite part, though, of course, is the voice chats. We have a gaming one if you guys want to stream a game and hang out. And we have a hobby chat one if you want to hobby together. And those of you who won the Halloween costume contest, you get access to our soundboard so you can annoy everybody. It'll be fun.
Oh, that was the prize?
That was the prize. Yeah, and a little flare. Like a little
fun.
ghost. Yeah. It's cute. It's cute.
All right, Meg, I'm on that edge highlighting phase.
Ooh. I'm like, I don't envy you.
Now, were you kind of selective, or did you do like every single...
I tried to do everything, and I'm probably going to have to go back.
Yeah, I usually like to do edge highlighting kind of late in the process. I feel like even if I'm wearing gloves, which I don't normally do, but my fingers take stuff off.
Do you think you could focus it for me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep moving. My fault. My fault.
Joplin? Is that what you're laughing about?
Yeah, he's just like, meh, outside the door. We need soundproof doors.
I don't know if people can hear him, though.
Soup said he could hear him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Unless he's just making it up. Soup's the known liar. I'm a little attracted to Soups.
Okay.
Who else? Who else can we bring up?
I guess I imagined it'd be for fictional characters.
Oh, yeah, fictional characters.
As a joke.
Not real characters. Yeah. I guess it gets a little too real. You know who I'm very attracted to, though? Is you.
No, that's nice, Meg. Okay. I think the edge highlighting's way less worse on these ladies than it is probably on Lady O. She's got like 2 layers.
She's got holes all over the place.
Yeah, yeah. And she's got the veil and the robes. I actually drilled into these attendants so that I could stick them on one of my wine cork wire things to paint them and airbrush them. Ooh, yeah. Wait, that's not quite how that's supposed to look. Oh well. That's where her arm is supposed to be coming out of, and I messed that up. Oops. When I built it. Hopefully no one will notice. There's like a... That's where the arm is supposed to come out.
It's just like inside of her.
Yeah. Can I fix that? Oh, I think I can.
Yeah. Yeah, probably, but...
Yes. Okay, cool. I fixed it.
Great. You did it.
I was like, why does she have a sleeve with no arm? And then next to it...
because I broke
Then next to it an arm. And it's like, oh, right. That's... Oh, but see, now this isn't attached anymore.
Okay, flowers.
flower time?
Yeah, and then I might come back to the vines. We'll see. Right now they're just sort of... Yeah, it's like green with some dirty green on top.
I'm so excited to attach the attendants and to also attach this whole thing to the base.
Okay.
He seems to wait until there's like an exact moment of silence and then like launch just like the perfect little meow.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Yeah. He knows when we're quiet and can hear him. So the secret is to keep talking.
Joplin's actually pretty
And then
good.
he hears us saying his name.
He's pretty good at stuff like that. Figuring out how to
harass us best.
Yeah, he's pretty good at that. We are going to Old Town Throwdown this weekend.
Wahoo!
We're very excited. We're going on a car ride Friday with Brett.
We're going on a car ride.
Yeah. Me, Meg, and Brett.
It's gonna be a time.
It's gonna be fun. I'm actually you and I like long road trips.
I love road trips because it means that I get to talk to you and nobody can bother us.
Well, Brett.
But I like Brett. Yeah, Brett's gonna bother us.
We could ask Brett not to talk.
Brett, don't talk. Don't talk.
Don't talk, Brett. We want to have Meg and I want to have.
We need our alone time.
Yeah, we need our alone time. You're gonna sit in the back.
Seat.
You're gonna sit in the back and not talk.
Actually, make Brett drive, and then we can sit in the back and make out.
Yeah, that might work. You know how I get car sick though.
I know. I don't want you vomiting in my mouth. I'm not into that.
I'll lean forward over the front seat and vomit
on Brett.
down Brett's back.
Yeah.
Pat C. Pat, you didn't comment on my sandwich.
Wow, Patsy.
You log into like support a YouTube channel and get called out by the people on the YouTube channel for not commenting on a sandwich one of them made. Can you imagine? What a life.
What a life. I mean, he works in the food industry, right? He's used to getting yelled at. It sounds rough. We need to finish the bear. Speaking of.
Oh, we do. Yeah.
Okay, well, if we're not going to make out in the back, can we make out in the front and make Brett watch?
No,
I'll be driving, Meg. Come on.
I love the idea I love the part of it that's make Brett watch.
Don't close your eyes, Brett.
You watch the whole thing.
Oh my word.
Almost as sick as harassing someone for not commenting on your
Oh yeah, I don't have to sit here anymore. Okay.
Not commenting on your sandwich.
Oh my gosh. Sick. Yeah. We'll know if Brett was watching the stream Friday. If he sits there and watches us. Or not.
Oh my god.
Oh, Brett. I'm always looking for excuses to make out with you, Zach.
It'll be a fun trip.
Like 6 hours of making out in the car.
And then a Joplin meow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, I left the poll up a little bit longer than I was going to, but let's close it.
Oh yeah. Whoops, the poll.
It's actually an interesting place to close it because we have a tie.
Oh, ladies' night. Woo!
Yeah. Between Neferata and Lady O.
That's a couple of girl bosses.
And also a tie for the losers between Ark of the Black and Catacross.
I wonder where Manfred would have sat.
Manfred, everybody in chat knows Manfred for sure.
There was a lot of love for Manfred.
Yeah, because people want to do the Zach's wrong thing. But nobody likes Manfred.
Well, I don't know what to say next.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exact same numbers.
Yeah. I think Heat Soups is right. Manfred would have gotten 0 votes.
Are you attracted to soups too? Is that what's going on?
I'm not attracted to Manfred, I'll tell you that. I'm only dealing with fictional characters here.
All right. Yeah, he's all right. Okay. That's good.
Also, my AOS girlfriend is of course Marathi, so
Yeah.
I can't talk about my Lady O crush.
Lady O is too bony.
Yeah, she's basically a skeleton with ethereal robes draped over her.
Yeah. I can't imagine hitting that. It seems like it would be painful.
Also, remember, she radiates grief and misery.
Yeah, it would be like sad sex.
Marathi is no picnic either to be around, I'm sure.
Yeah. But she's got a lot more going on.
Yeah.
I'll say. Plus, there's 2 of them.
Yeah, there's 2 Marathi.
There's some fun in that. Umi. I had Mandrill for 2 months. Thanks, Umi.
Thank you.
The real winner was Manfred. Just accept it and move on. There you go, Zach.
Definitively not. Not Manfred would never have won.
I'm a little attracted to Umi. I'm just gonna kill you slowly all night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Manfred. I don't know. We're back on this again, so. Has anybody in chat actually given a real reason to pick Manfred anyway?
No. Because there aren't any. Oh!
Oh no.
That artist opus brush went flying.
Nah, that hair in my mouth.
Oh man.
I don't know how that happened.
Everything's falling apart. Maybe it was from the brush? I don't know.
Yeah.
Does it work that way?
Probably.
Okay. Where are you at, Meg? How you doing?
I'm painting flowers. Yeah, roses.
Oh, okay.
I guess they're roses.
Is that kind of a good step? Is that do you feel like you're in a good place?
A good place for...
Like where you should be to finish. If
oh,
we want
just
to,
in general. Oh, and half
yeah,
an
we
hour.
don't necessarily have to finish, of course. We often don't finish the models.
Yeah. I'm in a good spot to get like, I want to say 90% there. It'll probably look kind of done, and then we'll need some cleanup. But what I really wanted, well, we'll see if it happens. I don't want to spoil anything. Yeah, I'm just mixing up the flower colors. I wanted to throw in some purple, and I almost forgot. So I need to save some to be purple.
I think I want a Minotaur ghost tint from our paint rack to paint the hourglass. I happen to get a really nice fade from the airbrush on it without like just kind of getting lucky. With just getting lucky. And I kind of want to just
Get lucky, Zach?
use a ghost tint.
Okay, I think the rest will be pink and purple. Bryce! Thank you, Bryce. When do you expect to have your steam tank army up and running for Cities of Sigmar? Will you take that to BAO? What's Lady O's preferred burger?
How does Lady O like her burgers? Real answers only, not like, it's gotta have a ghost on it. Like,
it's gotta have ghost peppers. Yeah.
that's a good
ghost
one.
peppers on her burger.
That's a good,
and Swiss cheese.
Why Swiss? Oh, because of her
freaking holes everywhere. Yeah.
Ghost pepper, Swiss cheese. Do you think, Meg, there would be like caramelized onions or anything like that on that?
I don't think she would care, but she's like, yeah, just make it taste good. Those are the things that have to be on it because this is my theme. So of course that applies to my burgers.
I like her explaining that to like a build your own burger, like at the counter.
Just figure it out.
Just do
Put
my
these
theme.
2 things on it and figure the rest out.
You see me here. You see my whole theme. Here, I don't want to fill this out.
Fit.
Ciabatta, please, though. I will say that.
Ciabatta?
Yeah, she like picks the...
It's too bready for a burger, I've decided.
It is too.
It needs to be a burger bun.
Yeah, Kaiser Brown or whatever.
Yeah.
I think you're right, actually, on that.
Yeah. What else? What about your Sigmar steam tank army?
Steam tank army. Yeah.
Is that a thing you're doing?
No.
Okay.
Can you stall for a second and
Can I stall?
Stall Bryce for
Oh
a sec.
God.
I'm gonna
right. I'm a little attracted to Bryce.
Oh my God. I just don't even get it as a joke,
nothing to
be
get.
honest. Okay. I'm gonna zoom in on you
now
doing
that's
this.
the joke.
I'm gonna zoom in here.
Okay.
Show me where you're painting and I'll leave it there and then you'll just stay in that kind of spot.
There you go.
Okay. As long as you stay in that spot, it should be good. It should be good TV.
Will you take that to be okay? Steam tank army.
I'm gonna grab some paint real quick, and then I'm gonna answer his question.
Oh, okay. So I shouldn't talk about it.
No,
is what
you
you're
can talk about it.
Because I don't know the answer. Yeah. Blah. Okay. Zach, what happened? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just spilled a bunch of paint. I mean, like,
did you spill paint? Oh my gosh, Zach had a big old spooge. Yeah, I'm just painting flowers. Oh boy, I'm really put on the spot. I'm not ready for journeys. I do have a journeys coming up though, fam, in November. Actually, I think November 11th is my first day. My journeys is going to actually be on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Because I am a working girl. Girl boss! So I cannot join on Saturdays, on Fridays, but that means Saturdays I can start earlier. And so we can catch more of the Brits and Europeans and non-Americans, I guess we'll say. I guess I'm not going to do purple flowers. I ran out. That's okay, though.
Oh, you ran out of flowers?
That's okay.
All right, well, I was going to make our hourglass purple.
There you go. Well, there you go. We're good.
Ooh,
so I'm going to be working on a plinth.
Oh, that's midnight blue.
Based on the last unicorn. So, give that to look forward to. Well, or dread. I don't know, depending on how you feel about it. But, I mean, no one's going to force you to watch. Like Brett in the backseat of our car. So, yeah. Thanks for the hearts. I love it when we get hearts. It keeps us going. Mentally and emotionally. Cass. I guess I'll let Zach read this one, but don't forget to answer Bryce's question.
Bryce, so to answer your question, it's funny that you bring that up. I am in a Cities of Sigmar Facebook group, and someone was like, okay, I took 7 steam tanks the other day. They took it to an RTT, did pretty well. I think to answer your question, I have no plan to paint any more steam tanks for the army.
Oh.
I have 2, a steam tank commander and 1 steam tank. I think that's kind of all. I think that's actually the sweet spot. Unless, you want to do 7. No, I'm not going to build that, Bryce. It doesn't really appeal to me, if I'm honest. So, no. Sorry. But I am really, really excited to play Cities of Sigmar. It's kind of a slow burn of a project, which I hate. I really would love to be able to just dive totally into it and do nothing else but paint those models. But that's not happening, and that's okay.
Oh, what's the behemoth rule that Stax is pointing out? You only allowed a certain amount of behemoths?
Yeah, but if your commander is a steam tank, they switch from the behemoth slot to battle line.
Can you do the steam tanks but actually kit bash them to look like trains? I think that would be cool.
Yeah, you probably could.
I meant, will you do it?
No.
Okay.
Oh, you meant you didn't mean could. I meant, you didn't mean could
can
one
you
do it? Could one could do that? Could I do it? Yes.
Could.
I will not. But I will not. Sorry, Meg.
Bummer. Okay. Well, this is what I wanted to do. I think I'm going to do it. I wanted to, like, not glaze, but sort of brush blue across the top of all the flowers.
Oh, that's fun.
To, like, touch all of the petals.
Uh-huh. I'm super on board with any kind of flower things you want to do because I'm not sure I love what I have. Other than I have the official colors.
If it doesn't come out right, I'll just paint over
Dia de los Muertos. But I do not have, I do not super care other than that.
I can already tell it's not coming out the way I want.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, forget it. I'm
sitting here.
paint it back.
I'm like, yeah, that's going to be really cool, Meg. And then you're like, yeah, no.
We'll see.
By the way, I don't know if any of you guys have ever used the Minotaur Ghost Tints. They're super cool. It's probably the best Minotaur, the paint line Minotaur, which is Badger. Badger's paint line.
To go with the airbrush?
Yeah, it's the airbrush company. It's probably their best. It's probably the paint they make the best, I think. I love it over white. And I love it over metallic. Okay, so she's got kind of a little creepy purple hourglass that's broken. And we're going to do a little highlight. Oh, there it is, chrome. How's it going, Meg?
It's okay. It's not exactly what I expected, but I don't hate it. Brett, we're just going to have a really fun road trip. That's all you need to know. Don't worry about it. Don't listen to these guys. They don't know what they're talking about. You don't need to rewind it. That's all we said.
Yeah. I think I am actually excited for a road trip.
Oh, yeah?
Are you going to... Yeah. Megan and I were going to have a date night tonight, but instead I think we're going to play a game.
I mean, that's a... Sorry about that sigh.
Yeah, geez.
I didn't mean it like that.
Wow.
I meant, it's like, I really would just like to have a date night with you, is all.
Yeah,
but game night is date night. So that's fine.
Well, we just don't... The channel takes a lot of time. We don't get out so much all the time.
We don't get out much these days. Yeah.
Wednesday, actually, ironically, is the night we usually do go out, and we're like...
Yeah.
Well, but we want to be ready for Old Town Throwdown, and Meg is really wants... Meg, all of us really wants to know her rules really inside and out.
And I don't.
And
it's gonna be
she's
a
also switching armies around and models. Not armies, but models, which is great. It's a good thing. So,
I'm not switching. What do you mean?
No, you're switch like from what you took last time, right?
Oh, yeah.
Which is good. It keeps it fresh. It keeps it fun. Okay, attendant 1 is complete. Hourglass lady. Now for box lady. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Should we do a rusty box? No, I don't think Lady O would have a rusty box.
No.
She'd be angry about that.
Oh, the orange looks good with the blue. I like that.
Oh yeah, it's looking good.
Thanks. As long as you're happy, Zach.
Well, I think she's, this army is interesting. It doesn't have centerpieces.
No?
She's the closest thing to a centerpiece. That's not very big.
No.
This army has one monster.
Spend more time on her.
One monster in its Forge World line. That is really stupid looking in my opinion. And also not good in the game. Ever.
Yeah.
Just like every Forge World model. It's confused. So Lady O is really the biggest. Oh, well, there's the coach too, I guess. The black coach. So I forgot about that, but other than that.
Oh yeah, the black coach. I like that model.
It is a cool model, but I still.
And I don't like stuff like that normally, but it's a cool model.
Yeah, it is cool. Okay.
All right. Everybody is ripping on me in chat, so I'm just gonna move on with my life.
Ripping on you for
being lewd.
Oh, I see.
Of course.
Um.
As per usual.
Well, on. Excuse me. Let me get a drink of water here.
Look. Paint water? Would you like some paint water?
No, I have my.
It's fresh.
My straw
Ooh,
cup.
can I have some of
Yeah,
that?
it has a little lemon juice in it.
That's okay. I ran out of water.
I have my straw drink so that I don't confuse it. That's kind of one of the reasons I do this.
Smart. I don't know. I'd still forget.
Well, then you can't really do anything. You just hit the top.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you go out of your way to put your brush down the straw.
Oh, that. I'm talking about drinking out of something. I'm not worried about, putting my brush on it.
You, drop the brush down the straw. And you're like, oh, gosh, I got confused.
Oh, Cass.
Oh, Cass.
Cass hit us twice. I think we
Cass. Yeah. The first one says, Zach, that sounded painful, Mara. Hope you're okay. What happened was...
When you ran into the shelf, right?
I keep all my Minotaur ghosts...
Also, really quickly, can some Brit tell us what Mara means?
It means, mate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He told me
Thanks,
before,
you knew.
yeah.
Okay.
I
don't
So, this right here is... I keep all my Minotaur ghost tints in this box. And basically what happened is I was like... And then it fell. And so they all had their caps on, everything was fine.
Okay, good.
Cass, thank you for all the support tonight, and as far for the gifted memberships, as far as his other, definitely, thank you. We're super appreciative.
Very sweet.
We won't tell Liam. We love Liam.
Yeah,
also, but we won't. Not tell him. We'll just not tell him.
Set that aside for date night. Thank you for the hearts. All these hearts. Anthony, Zeno, Chris, Seftech, Samwise, Wheezy, Chris all got memberships from Cass too. Cass is on one right now. Thanks, Cass.
Yeah, thank you.
You're the best. It's been fun hanging out with you. It's really nice having this time change be off by about a week or two, right? Because then we get to spend more time with them. We don't always get to do that. So it's nice.
One week, unfortunately.
It was only 1 week. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're by next time.
Yeah. My palate is drying up. But I can probably make it. There's only 15 minutes left.
Yeah, we're going to do a critique.
We should do that, yeah.
Lizzie, right? What is... Oh my gosh, I forget the user's full name.
Yeah, it was Liz... Was it Liz B?
Liz B, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Something
submitted
there.
An orc vehicle into... critiques. Mm-hmm. She got some great feedback from Soups, who is super awesome about dipping in there and providing some feedback, which is really great. Very appreciative of that. And I like actually when some of our other members get to it before we do, because I feel like I've learned about myself. I used to teach music. Mm-hmm. And I used to give feedback to kids all the time about the music they wrote or new adult composers. But I tended to find that once somebody got to a certain level, I just really couldn't give them feedback anymore.
Yeah.
I just kind of be like, okay, I mean, especially if they have a style and they're doing their own thing and they're I'm like, okay, just keep doing that, right? I don't know. So I do like other people giving critiques because I worry my critiques are...
Too harsh, or...
No, I'm just like, looks great. Keep doing it.
That's not a critique.
It's not. Listen, Meg, that's my whole point. That's not...
I was going to say, I remember critiques in design school and, you learn to, get... You toughen up, because it's meant to be said with love, or, these are your classmates, they don't love you, but you're there to get better, you're there to improve, and that's the whole point of a critique, and that's something you're going to deal with all the time, if you stay in design, so you learn to toughen up, and not everybody's used to that, so it can be kind of scary to get a critique.
I also get often a little bit nervous, in situations. I never, as a teacher, let people critique students. Some students critique other students' work.
Oh yeah, you get to know.
I tend to find that they're not good at it.
Well, they have to learn, right?
Yeah.
That's how you learn. You gotta practice. And so you just prompt them, right?
Well, one of the things that Liz B was asking about,
Yeah.
they were saying, first time working with Dirty Down Rust, any tips, thoughts on weathering? Well, this is perfect because Saray and I have been working on Dirty Down. In fact, I even have the Dread Scythe Haired in here. I'm doing their stabby hands.
Yeah.
Rust with Dirty Down.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, I know it's a little inconvenient, but maybe we could put her back on the spinner and move this over here.
Mm-hmm.
And get a nice view of her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have to have it right there.
Right
Meg.
in front
If
of
you
me?
want to keep painting, yeah.
I can keep painting. That's fine.
Okay.
Oh, what did I touch?
Nothing. Oh, actually, here we fix that real quick. That's the same button.
That's already touched.
That's,
Yeah.
That's the goofy one. Yeah.
Okay.
It's easy to touch because it's right where your hand is.
There we go, sir.
Yep. She just did it again. It's okay. I haven't gone to that screen yet.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm the worst. Now. I'm really not a fan of this autofocus.
Yeah, we'll play around with the
Yeah.
settings.
Okay, we're
can,
good.
We can always.
Go for it.
Okay, there it is. So I just want to show this quickly. She has Dirty Down Rust sides. And one of the things you can see is like the yellowy orange parts that are a little bit lighter.
Mm-hmm.
You just get that with playing around with water. So you kind of slather it all on, and then you apply water. So that would be the first thing I would say. Now, Soups had mentioned in the critique, Liz B, that the order of operations, and you kind of brought that up too. You said you thought maybe you got the order of operations wrong. And that's right. Like, doing the weathering stuff really needs to be late in the process.
Which is scary, I think, because it's like you've done all this work and then it's like you have to go in and rough it up. What if you do it wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah. It
So
can be a little daunting.
Yeah. So they're asking about any thoughts on weathering. I mean, really, I truly do believe you've done a good job. There's a couple other pictures in the Discord on this.
Mm-hmm.
I think you've done a pretty good job. I think one thing that I would add is I am a really big fan, and this happens at the very end, even after you varnish, I'm going to say non-oil gloss, and you're going to be like, oh, I can never get non-oil. You can definitely get non-oil gloss. In fact, you probably have a bottle from that time you went to buy non-oil, and you're like, wow, there's non-oil here. I'll buy one. And then got home and looked down and saw that it was gloss. But non-oil gloss is amazing for, like, you see these vents right here on the top of the Orc vehicle. You can dip it in there and it'll just look like grimy oil. You can also do it like around the edges of the top panel, and that top panel is like, oh cool, that's where the engine or whatever is, and there's just like oil coming out of it. So I would definitely work in an Orc vehicle. I would really strongly recommend and encourage you to work in non-oil gloss or some kind of glossy black. It looks like oil. It'll look like a glossy black wash. Non-oil gloss isn't the only one you could do, but it's definitely one of them. I think your intake looks amazing. I don't have a lot to say about that. That looks amazing.
What about the tires?
I was going to mention the tires.
Like, I wonder, is there a way to like muddy them up? Or do you want them to roll? Like, do they actually roll? Because that's fun.
They might. I don't know.
But I feel like if you added like some like rough terrain or something to the tires,
like cake,
yeah, to make it look like
it's hard,
but there's
right?
no tread also, so where
right.
would it go?
Exactly, it's sort of hard because weathering is this weird.
You could show it like being kicked up behind. I can't see in this picture, but you could have it like kicked up behind on the vehicle. Some like mud spatter.
These also go on a base.
Okay.
If that.
So then you don't need to spin the wheels.
Yeah.
Then you can't do that.
Yeah, this vehicle I believe goes on a base. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But what I was gonna say is the tires struck me as being like almost too clean for the rest of the weather going on.
Right, they really stand out because of how clean they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you change the tire? It's too late for that. Yeah.
No, I mean,
I'm just like, how do these people break?
Well, they're orcs.
They're just a mess all
They
over
probably
the place.
just the break is sort of like
It's so dangerous.
The breaking is probably not like a black and white thing to orcs.
They're like, what? Why would we break?
There's degrees of it, right? There's like, yeah. So I mean the tires could work like this, but you could definitely put what you could do on the tires is make them well you have to it's what's that
make them look worn
and I think one of the things you could do is you have to build like this illusion of depth, which you're do by having like a like a dark color streak going in the direction that the tire's going in. I'm trying to think how I'm saying this right, like yeah, so figure out which direction the tire would turn and have like give the illusion of like tears and damage to the tire, like in a line backwards,
like scratches. And stuff.
I don't have a lot of direct advice. Let me rephrase. I don't really have any direct advice on how to weather a tire. I would look it up because I've never weathered a tire.
Well, that's
before.
fine. That's what sticks out to me is the tires being so smooth and clean compared to the rest of the vehicle. It seems like they should be worn, at least on the edges. Yeah.
Weathering is interesting. I was starting to say this because weathering is like this one place actually where a lot of people want to actually get it correct.
Yeah, right.
Like
so
we want it to we want it to look cool, but we also kind of want it to be realistic. I think another spot for weathering is the idea is that things including people and things including people are getting thrown into this blender thing. So you have done this thing where you've chipped a lot of the paint off down there, which I think is good. But you could also have some grime and or even like brown, like to indicate like blood that is staining the front of this thing, streaking down. But the way that you have the silver streaking and a lot of the paint missing there, I think is also correct. I like that too. My big thing would be non-oil gloss. Oh, another really cool use of non-oil gloss is around the pipes. Wherever one bit of pipe connects to another bit of pipe, you can put a little non-oil gloss right around there. It'll pull up real nice, and then it'll just stay there and look like is like oil, like they use like a oil lubricant or whatever to shove one pipe piece into another. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I'd say play around with typhus corrosion. I definitely would, if you're Lisby looking into doing a lot of this, I would definitely pick up typhus corrosion. I think it's super fun, and it's really good to put it on an area, let it dry, and then dry brush it with a Ryza rust or any kind of orange. It makes it look like a big rust patch if you want to create rust patches. This is fantastic. I really like the model. There's more pictures of it in Discord. There's a really nice side profile picture that I kind of wanted to use that shows probably more of the vehicle. I'm looking at it here now. It's just that it wasn't a good parameters right for the picture, but then the one I ended up using wasn't too much better because it's very horizontal. But this one was like horizontal and taller. So anyway, really nice work.
I think it's great. You guys that if you don't want to post in critiques, that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. And don't feel like if I post in critiques, it's going to show up on stream and that is embarrassing or whatever it is that you're worried about. You can just let us know, hey, don't share this on stream.
Yeah.
And that there's nothing wrong with that. That room is there to help if you want it.
Well, Meg, we sat down without any non-oil, speaking of non-oil, and I was kind of wondering how long it would take for that to be a problem.
Is it a problem?
Well, I just wanted something. I can just make one real quick with water down.
Yeah.
Black, yeah.
There you go. Let's see, I'm going to do her little staff. And, I mean, she's like, I wouldn't say she's done because there's stuff I want to...
There's a lot to do.
Clean up.
Yeah.
It's more like, to me, this where I'm at feels more like a sketch, honestly. mostly. So I think she needs more cleanup done. But it gives you an idea of like where we're going with it.
Will we glue her to the base or not yet?
Nah, we can glue her. It's fine.
Okay. Fun.
She's like easy enough actually. Like it doesn't seem like she would be, but she's pretty easy to access. Easy access lady, that's what we'll call her.
Yeah. She seems high maintenance, but she's actually
pretty easy.
I also need to glue these ladies to her. Her entourage.
Okay, yeah. Let me give her back to you.
And glue her to the base.
Or do you want me to glue her?
I can.
Okay. Yeah, like I want to do, well, hold on. I want to get her like face recesses better. Because I didn't really do a whole lot of that actually today.
Okay.
I was hoping to do more of that. But last chance to get in any super chats, make us say funny things, ask us embarrassing questions, whatever, you know. And then we're gonna wrap. We did start a few minutes late, so it's okay if we go a little late, right, Zach?
Sure. I'm going to grab a backup battery real quick.
Just in case.
And if you could maybe, Meg, just move your wet palette up that way.
Yeah. We can do that. Yeah, it's already been 2 hours, you guys. It goes fast. It does go fast.
Hobbying always kind of goes fast.
You're fun to hobby with.
Thanks, Meg.
I hope I'm okay too. I know you.
Oh, of course.
I know I like to poke you with a stick sometimes, but it's because I love you.
All right, let me make sure I got a good zoom. Thanks again for gifting more memberships.
Oh my
Cass.
gosh, Cass, you maniac! Thank you. Oh, it's probably because I haven't said the word. Hashtag Cass for mod.
That's what he's.
That's what he's been trying to get me to say.
Yeah.
Kadira, Jordan Keegan, Gremlin Death 68, Enthralled, and Mitchell Daniels. Welcome. Welcome. Glad to have you. Join us for next week's Journeys on Friday.
That's you, right? We said?
Yeah, it's going to be me.
That's
going to be
fun.
me. You're in for something. I don't know. You saw how I was wild in today, so I can only imagine what that will be like when it's just me.
Imagine the eternity of the situation of being Lady O's attendant.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel bad. Like, I don't care what they did in... Well, I do. There's some, like, bad hombres who I wouldn't mind having
I can't
in
believe
this...
you said bad hombres.
In this... It's Day of the Dead. In this situation.
Well...
But
the eternity component of it, right, makes you think.
Oh yeah, like it's just like I always forget that word that I use, but like it's just terrifying. It's one of the most terrifying things. Existential horror. Like Kate and I talk about this a lot when we're watching movies that are like scary but not like slasher scary or jump scare scary. It's like a thinker.
Mm-hmm. Those are the best types for me.
Like, okay, for example, Krampus. Do you remember Krampus, you guys?
Oh, no, I would not consider Krampus much of a thinker.
No.
No, but I know what you're talking about.
But it's like an existential horror. Because at the end, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Krampus, okay, this family winds up in a snow globe together for all eternity because the little kid wishes for, thank you for the hearts, wishes that his family can be together on Christmas. And so they're just like locked away together in a snow globe. And I'm like, that sounds horrifying. I cannot imagine living with my family, like my parents, my aunt, my uncle, my cousins at the age of 12 for the rest of my life. That's the reality that I'm stuck in. Ugh, that sounds awful. Like, that was existentially horrifying to me. This thought, like, of being these people, or like these people who used to have hands and now just have blades.
Mm-hmm.
Horrifying.
Horrifying. There's another one called...
Thank you for the hearts.
Grimghast Reaper. There's Cass Vermont. Thanks, Cass.
Cass Vermont. We said it.
There's another one called Grimghast Reapers that the other kind of main subfaction that a lot of people take. Well, there's a few, but... and they are constantly, eternally... basically reliving the last moments of their life. That's like their torture.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What if it was... because they were probably like murdered, right?
Yeah.
Something terrible
happened
to
they're
them.
they're like constantly like have that feeling of the last moments of their life.
See, now I'm starting to like make things look the way I want them to look. Now at the end. I do have to come back to this. Just to add more. I'll just work my way down over the next couple weeks, I suppose. Yeah.
Okay, should I glue her to the base?
Yeah, that's fine. I have to stop at some point.
I don't mean to rush you, but...
No rush. I mean, it's fine. I was just going to keep working until you made me stop.
Okay, let's glue her up. Meg, maybe you could get the camera.
Yeah. I can do it.
Oh, yeah, this is looking cool.
Oh, I'm glad you think so, Zach. There we go. That's all I'm trying to do. But, I'll let you do the focus, because I keep not seeing what button you're touching. Is it this one?
Yeah.
All right. Nope, doesn't work. I'll let you do it. I need a lesson, folks.
I just pressed it and it worked.
I know, but I did too and it didn't work.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. We were in a very professional outfit here, guys. Cass! 5 more memberships. Cass, jeez. Thank you. Steven Strait. Jorge Montero. John F. Andrew H. and Dakota Templarius. Welcome. You all belong to Cass now. What do we call Cass's people? Chat, what do we call Cass's people? You guys always come up with the best ideas. Oh, look how cute. Oh, she looks cute with her little friends. Yeah. So, last unicorn. I can describe this project while we're waiting. This is going to be next Friday. Because I don't think we're not going to have any Sunday stream.
No
right?
Sunday stream.
No Sunday stream because we're all going to be gone. Will we have Monday streams? I don't know if we'll have Monday streams.
No Monday streams.
So we're not going to see you guys until Goodnight Stacks until Wednesday. Next Wednesday. And I don't remember what we're doing. Do you remember what we're doing next Wednesday?
No, I do not, actually.
Oh, boy. Well, somebody will... Maybe if Saray is in chat still, or Brett, they can go check and tell us. But then the following Friday will be just me, doing my plinth for The Last Unicorn. It's based on a pretty specific scene.
You can take her off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pretty specific scene from the movie. And I'll be working on that for about 4 weeks. Maybe 5. We don't know. There we go. Yeah. So everybody who just became a member, you can join us for that next Friday and next Wednesday for whatever it is we're doing.
In the meantime, here's Lady O.
Yeah.
In her Southwest desert.
With her friends.
Setting. Cruising across the desert, a moonlit desert.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the direction of the moon there is front around here. And there she is, casting a little light on the cacti.
Mm-hmm. She can cast a little light on the cacti. Bases is next Wednesday.
Yeah, that's not.
Oh, something else.
Right.
It's a surprise.
I don't think that's right. So there we go. Nice work, Meg.
Nice work, you.
It's fun It's fun teamworking a model.
Yeah, I need to clean up the roses still. Like I kind of slapped it on to see how it would look.
The blue, bluish green.
It's like a blue, and then it kind of thinned out with some of the colors and turned green. But
okay.
I just need to go in and like touch it up. That's fine. It's like I get the idea. I get what I'm going for.
I like the choice of the purple, and I do like the blue because it actually, if you do put the Dreadscythe Harridan back with her. For a second, we can see kind of. I think it's a nice match. That's what we really want. We want Lady O to be able to kind of run this army, and I think it looks good. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Okay, fun.
We did it.
Nice work. Teamwork. Should we high five? Nice teamwork, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, so we kind of recapped what's coming up. Yeah, there won't be a show Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what you do want to keep an eye out for, though, is Tuesday. Because Tuesday we will have returned from Old Town Throwdown. In Southern California. And we will be doing a Mondays in the Mortal Realms on Tuesday. We will also have Grimdark Lunch on Monday.
Oh,
so,
okay, great.
We said no shows.
There will be a Monday stream.
There is a Monday stream. Sorry, we should
clear. So Saray will be back.
Actually, you know what? Let me.
Oh, interesting.
Saray is in here, I think. Oh, maybe not.
He left. He's got other things to do.
Okay.
He's got streams to prep for.
So we will. We'll let you know, of course, and then Tuesday we'll have kind of a fun recap of Old Town Throwdown, which I think will be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. That will be fun. Tomorrow also, isn't there a video premiere?
Tomorrow there is a video coming out. Actually, I'll tell you that you can get a sneak peek. The video is basically how to do these bases. And it's pretty easy to do. And you don't have to do desert.
Nighttime.
Yeah, it's a moonlit night. And you don't have to do desert. You can do any setting, any place where it can be night, which is anywhere.
It can
city.
Yeah.
Jungle.
It can almost always be night everywhere.
Yeah. Did we do it?
I think so.
I think so too. Okay, awesome. Thank you, everybody. As we like to say, be kind to each other, be kind to yourselves, and always be creating. See you guys.
Bye.